Alrighty, here we are, episode 2 of the Misadventures of Saucey. I am interviewing, playing on their reunion tour tonight, the Pist. Let's start over here with Brian, who looks quite comfy. Brian, this is what, like interview 15, 20 in a ball pit?
Yes.
How many ball pit interviews have you done?
Multiple ball pit interviews. I actually host my own ball pit podcast.
So this is all pretty fucking boring to you then?
Yes, this is old hat.
Alright, well take a nap. Alright, so how you fellas feeling about tonight? Baltimore crowd, this is your second show, although I think Aaron said this is your 4th reunion
No, this is the
date.
No, this is our second date of this run. We did however many shows in 2000.
And where did you guys play show 1? Was it last week?
We played last Saturday in Brooklyn, and that was pretty cool. We played with Citizens Arrest, and Kill Your Idols did a short little set.
Nice.
And yeah, kind of a surprise. And the Degenerates from New Jersey, who were awesome, they were doing like a little reunion thing too, so it was fun.
What's the feel of it? Especially playing with like Kill Your Idols, is everything, are you being like encapsulated back into like 1996? Or does it feel totally different because you're older and it's a different world we live in?
I mean, it was definitely an older crowd, right? Would you say, Bill?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's much different because back then, politically, it was in a lot of ways similar to the way it is now.
Mm-hmm. Could not agree more. Al, you know I worship your fucking lyrics. When you're up there singing these lyrics this time around as opposed to 2015, does it feel better? Does it feel harder? Do you feel like your lyrics have more potency because they mean more today? Or is the Pist no matter the time period?
Well, I feel like there's, I don't know, I feel like a little more focused now than I was, you know, when I was 23 writing these lyrics, you know, that, I guess, yeah, I mean, they definitely, you know, now it's kind of like some of it we're choosing the songs more based on what's going on now, as opposed to back then we just kind of play our set.
Which song from your catalog do you think is the most appropriate in this time period? Or give me your top 3.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm going to say Dead Man's
Ideas
Tracks.
are bulletproof.
Ideas are bulletproof, sure.
So like Textbook Salvation, Energy, songs like that are kind of universal. Do you still find a place for those in the set, or are you trying to actually go and stay more in that political vein, or are you mixing stuff up with stuff like Energy?
Well, I think that, I mean, we're definitely mixing it up because, you know, our songs are barely 2 minutes long, most of them, so, you know, you can...
You're doing what, like 20 songs a night then?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, you know, we got to fill, you know, half hour, 40 minutes at least, so it's, the show. So, you know, when you pack those all in together, we're not taking many breaks either. We're just trying to get out there and, you know, just hit them.
So, Aaron, being a new boy, as you said, you've been in the band 2 years.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're finally part of the pack? Are you over that new car smell feeling?
Got over it pretty quick. I mean, I played with Brian in another band for a couple years, and Bill and Al were immediately welcoming, and everything just kind of fell into place. And, you know, by the time we got like the first couple shows of the 2015 run out of the way, it was like, you know, everything was firing on all cylinders.
and then you write the music around it? Do you have general ideas in your head and you need that music to formulate those ideas and make them cohesive, or do you already know exactly what you want to say?
So a lot of times I have a book or, so a bunch of pieces of notebook paper or Post-it notes with little lines written on them that just come into my head, or little ideas, and then Bill will usually, make me back in the day, he would make me a tape, or we would go to practice and I would bring a tape recorder and tape, the music, whatever the couple parts that they come up with, and then I would write around those parts, kind of fit my lyrics into whatever scheme of music that they came up with. And, yeah, but most of the time it's like little ideas. I don't think it was very often that I would come to you guys with an idea, other than maybe I can think of 2 songs out of everything.
That's what I was gonna say. 2 songs.
Yeah.
And those are 2 songs that didn't make it?
Oh no.
For
every
wasn't
action.
for every action
Oh.
album, yeah.
Actually, it was 3 songs.
Yeah. Okay. What are the other ones?
The other one was, Street Punk was kind of a song that we did together.
We
music
were
and
like
lyrics.
anthemic.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of like, we need like a good sing-along, a medium tempo sing-along song. It's going to get the crowd going and stuff, and sort of like, I hate to say it, but like sort of like a generic kind of chorus that like anybody could sing along to.
Right. Everyone needs one of those.
Just to get everybody pumped up, and so we kind of collaborated, like, all right, the music's got to do this here, and it's got to have the chorus so many times, and and then so we just kind of wrote that. We wrote that in your shed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my parents' shed?
Parents' house.
Yep.
Yeah, my mom just sent me pictures. They just tore that thing down the other day.
Oh, really?
I still have the tape.
A little bit of Pist history.
Yeah.
I used to write my drone job, stocking shells. I used to do lyrics in my head. Are you writing? Are you waking up and going, oh, I got to jot that down? Are you writing when you're kind of just doing a menial task? Are you watching the news and going, I can't fucking believe this shit, and picking up a pen? Where are these ideas coming from, and where are you putting them down at?
I'm writing while I'm driving most of the time.
Really?
Yeah, at high speeds on the highway. Trying to jot things down on a pad on my passenger seat. I mean, occasionally I'll say something into my phone or text myself, but I haven't really done much lyric writing lately. Just when we started to get back together to do these shows, I've been working on a few things. So, and I know Bill has a few musical ideas that he's sent over to me. So we're I think when the shows are done, maybe we'll try to make a concerted Where did Brian go? There he is back there. Theming to write some new material, or are you guys just more focused on, we just want to play these songs that we love for these fans that we love? Or are you guys, hey, it's time, we've got to put some new stuff together?
I would love to put some new stuff out because, I love the band, and I think we could have something very good to say, and I love the band.
Lyric writing now, are you saying things in the same way, or because of the political atmosphere now, are you finding yourself having a little bit sharper of a tongue on the stuff you are writing today?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be pretty much the same style that I've written in the past for the Pist. I don't know if I could get much sharper with some of the things,
Right.
But you also want to say something that maybe even people who don't agree with you might listen to,
That's
and
a
not
good
be
point.
completely turned off by it immediately. So, that's always something that's kind of in there, I think.
So with age, is the Pist still pissed, more pissed, or kind of mellowed out?
Pistory.
Pister, pissier?
Bugger off. Sod. Bloody. Now put them all together. Bugger off, you bloody sod. Bugger off, you bloody sod. Okay, you're in. Let's smash things up.
to the War Games. Well, like they fucking wore out 2 guys in our band. Everybody good? Help me sing.
right, let's talk about the tour. How many shows do you have coming up? How long is it going to last? And is there an album kind of being kicked around? What does 2018 hold in store for the Pist?
Go ahead, ball man.
I think we're as far as the rest of this year goes, we've booked up a bunch of shows and we're playing those, and we're not really doing any more for now. But I think we were talking about possibly doing like a little West Coast trip in the spring of 2018, and we were talking about putting some songs together and seeing what comes out of it, you know.
What's your endurance level like now? I know when we did a couple practices and stuff with my old drummer, and a few years had passed, he was really tight. tight in a bad way, and like, you know, he kind of lost a step? Are you finding yourself to have the same endurance and energy you had?
No, I actually like probably play more drums now than I did when I was younger. And Aaron and I are in another band, so I've been playing for years. It's not like I'm picking it up after not doing it for a while. So, and tonight actually we're playing. Our other band, War Games, is playing, and so both of us are doing double duty tonight.
So we could say he used to suck, right? And now he's really good.
I think that could be the name of this episode.
For sure.
Ryan used to suck.
So, all right, this next song is one that we did not play a lot when we wrote it. Yeah. So, it's kind of one of those things that kind of, we feel that it needs to be said again, even though it's fucking ridiculous that there's fucking, there's fucking actual Nazis marching down the streets of the United States, and it seems like half the country thinks that it's okay, and it makes fucking excuses for them. So, I mean, you fucking do what you gotta do to stop that shit. This one's called Dead in Its Tracks.
I'm trying to wrap my head around. How in the fuck are you making all these schedules work? You guys have lives, homes, families. You guys are in another band. How are you even making any of this work schedule-wise? Just the logistics of it seems
Al's in
impossible.
2 other bands.
2 other bands, yeah.
Bill's got
Yeah, good
another,
point.
Bill's got another
Yep.
band.
I guess probably.
What's
'cause
going
none
on
of
with
us
the
have
Deacons
kids.
and M13? What's going on with those guys while you're out
I
doing
mean, we're
this?
pretty much both of those bands are taking November off while we're doing this, but we're still rehearsing during the week and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much the reason why we haven't done this more often. I think is because it's so hard to coincide all of our schedules together, and so it just so happened that we just sort of you got to kind of just force everything into place for when we can do it, and that's what we did for November.
Yeah, I mean, we started booking all this stuff back in it's like
August or September, maybe?
no, it was like June
July.
or July.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it was like a 4-month lead time for
Yeah.
Pist shows, just to figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
Like,
luckily Bill lives in Philly, so it's kind of a midway point for us to drive up and Al to drive down. So practices, we'll do some overnight, kind of practice Saturday night, stay overnight, and practice again Sunday morning, just to get the most out of a trip, to get some practices in.
yeah.
With all your other side projects and moving parts, are you guys Pist first? In other words, if Pist comes out with an album in 2018, it fucking blows up. Do you tell everybody else, sorry guys, we have to go pursue this and go on tour? Or are you going to maintain a balance between all your other projects no matter where the Pist goes?
I think we would maintain a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
We all have lives.
Yeah, a grand tour is not really an option at
Yeah.
this point.
I don't
I mean-
think there's any option of like blowing up anything, We all
This is the time
definitely-
for it, man. People are hungry for this.
Yeah, but also we're all working and like have responsibilities now, so we,
Plus.
yeah.
I see everyone looking at you, Al, when they say that.
No, I was looking at Bill.
Oh.
oh shit.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just as involved, if not more, with the other bands I'm in. So I mean, that's those are, to use a term for working bands, that we're, we have been together consistently since the band started. So with M13 and the Deacon, so that's kind of. I don't want to say the priority because those guys are all busy too. So
Right.
we can kind of fit everything in together. I think we don't have to really sacrifice too much from one or the other to make the other ones work.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to that. If we feel that we can make it work and we're all enjoying doing it, then we'll find the time.
Yeah.
different creatively out of your side projects. That's why you do it. Or let me say other projects. It's probably not even fair to say side projects at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I just play bass in those bands and, help out with the songwriting and, backup vocals and things. But, yeah, so it's definitely a completely different experience for me.
Yeah.
Well, I know I fucking paste the floors and pick flowers off the wallpaper if I don't have something to work on. Are you guys pretty much the same way? That's why you have all these different endeavors and projects going on? Because you can't just say, I'm going to be a one band and play bass. That'll never be enough for Al Pist. He must do 20 different things.
I used to be like that.
Yeah.
But now I have a record shop, and that takes up a tremendous
sweet.
amount of time.
Plug your record shop. Where is it and what's its name?
Wild Mutation Records in Philadelphia.
Wow, nice. I'll have to make it up there sometime.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up. What do you guys want to say to the fans when it hits the YouTubes? Where can everybody check you guys out? Give us an idea of where you're headed in 2018. Do you know where you're headed in 2018? Or are you just playing it by ear?
Yeah, by ear at this point, as far as 2018 goes. Tomorrow we're playing in Providence, Rhode Island with Jerry's Kids.
Yep.
I imagine Providence has to be an insane fucking crowd out there.
We shall see.
Oh, you haven't played out there?
We played there.
2 years, right?
We played there in, when did we play? 2010.
Is that 2010?
That was at Club Hell.
Yeah.
And, there was like 30 people there. I just don't think it was promoted well. It was
I
not
feel
a
like
great
those
show.
kids have to be hungry, though, out there.
Yeah, I mean, we've always had good shows there in the past.
Yeah.
I think that this one was not promoted. This one will be a decent show, though, tomorrow.
Yeah.
For sure. We've got the Straw Dogs and Jerry's Kids on the bill, so,
Ancient Filth, who is pretty awesome.
yeah.
And then,
These shows are being set up. Are you guys doing your own booking and putting like, hey, calling the Jerry Kids, I want to get on this bill? Or are people reaching out to you? What's the logistics of how you're putting all these shows together?
It's a mix of both, I think.
yeah. I mean, a lot of times you get asked to play one show and then say yes to one show, and then it's like, well, if we're doing one, we should probably do a couple. And then as soon as people are like, oh, you guys are playing shows again, well, you
Yeah,
want
I
to play
think this
here, you want to
whole-
play here, you want to play here, you want to play
Yeah.
here.
This
So-
whole Lega show started because we were asked to play in Philly, right? I
Yes.
think that was the first one
Yep.
where we were like, okay, we'll do this, and then we decided, let's book some around here. So we have friends down here, and we said, can we do a show at the Sidebar? And then you talk to people in Connecticut to book a show up there.
Yep.
And then we got a couple of offers from other spots, like Providence and Boston.
Yeah,
Yep.
we've had a standing offer for Boston for a couple years
Yeah.
that we didn't get out there last time.
Yep.
Hey, I'm redeeming myself. I've never seen the Pist live.
That's awesome.
You guys gonna have a merch table tonight?
We
Yes.
will, yes.
You be selling shirts along with some of your older albums, or what are you selling on it?
Yeah.
We got
Yeah, we
shirts,
got- I'm gonna
patches,
get a shirt.
buttons, records, CDs.
Yep.
Nice.
No tapes, but
Yeah, no tapes. Who knows, maybe someday.
I might have a Pist TSS split tape for my first
The
tour.
old demo, yeah. Wow. So
Alrighty, guys. I want to thank you for being part of our second episode of Misadventures of Saucey, and we will be doing some filming later on tonight.
this place is awesome.
yes.
Yes.
This ball
Yes.
pit. I-
But yet not awesome
gotta
enough to
figure
enter.
Also, the donut story.
Oh, yeah.
Alice Donut. Okay, yeah. Since they're playing tonight,
This will be the
In a
bonus
competing
segment.
we're
show.
competing with them tonight. There was a club in New Haven called the Tune In, and we were friendly with the owner, and we used to practice there every once in a while. We played there quite a bit, but when they were first getting going, the owner wanted to build a record store inside the club. So he told us, he said, you guys, if you help me build a record store, like drive down to Home Depot and fill up the van with wood and go and build the whole thing, because our bass player at the time was he had done some construction.
what year
and
was this?
carpenter, and Brian knew some stuff too.
What year was this?
93.
Okay.
And so he said, you guys can have a supporting slot on any bill that you want. So it was sort of a pay-to-play scheme, I guess. But we also wanted to see a record store in the place, so it was like, Alice Donut was the show that we picked because at the time they were drawing huge crowds there, and also they were a good band. But Yeah, so that was kind of our first big show that we played, I think.
Wow, and that was back in well, how long you guys been together? I thought I first heard of you guys in the mid '90s, like '95, '96.
We started
25 years.
Yeah, December of '92, and the band split up in like May of '96.
Wow, so this isn't being labeled like the 25th annual reunion tour or anything like that? I think you guys
Sure.
should.
There you go.
We could say it.
Saucey says
Saucey does
25th
say.
anniversary tour.
All right, I can't end on a higher note than that. I'm here with the Pist. We'll be filming more tonight. Thanks, guys.
So, this next song's kind of all my feelings of growing up in the United States. Everybody having an idea of what's the right thing to do, what's the right way to act, what's the right way to worship. And that's all been kind of like forced on your throats from the minute you're born. And I don't know, this is kind of reaction to that. It's called Your America.